What have you seen early on that has stood out to you, first few workouts?
Yeah, I would say the effort from the group has been high. We have a young group, so you'd like to think they can maintain that now through the whole preseason. I've been very happy with the older players. We've pushed them very hard in the opening stages. We set a tone that it's going to be a difficult preseason, one where we know going into March 6th against FC Dallas, we have to be able to outrun teams. It's a goal we've set for ourselves, and the opening stages, again, it's early. We're only on day 5 of sessions, but they've done a very good job putting the work in. The mentality has been great, and we've had some good performances from some individuals, a lot of young guys. Pushing the older guys, you can see the older guys looking over their shoulder going, all right, who is this kid? So it's healthy competition, and it's something that Ernie set forth in the offseason to get 2 guys at each spot pushing each other. And we've done that so far, and again, it's early. I'm not naive, and I understand that it's going to take some time, and we're going to have to test ourselves against some MLS competition to really know, but good starting points.
Where is Mo right now? I know he's not right up to speed yet.
Yeah, he has not trained fully with us yet. He's been off on the side, kind of doing his own workouts with the medical staff. One thing we've added this year, our sports performance department is a huge addition to things. We have a lot more hands, a lot more staff. Garrison Draper, Bill Knowles have come on and joined Kevin Miller, and then we have a lot more bodies. So Mo is being monitored. He's on an individual plan right now. The hope of him being ready to go down the road here in Florida. But it is, we always want guys not missing days in preseason. So far he's been the only one that's had a little bit of a setback.
I know you told us before you weren't going to maybe commit yet. Are you ready to commit whether he's going to be in the midfield or in the back?
Yeah, Mo will play at the start. Mo will be in the midfield. We have the plan for him to play as the number 6. Again, he's been a soldier for the club in terms of doing whatever the team needs. If we were leaking goals, and I thought maybe against certain teams we put him in the back. There was injuries that led to him going in the back, but he's done whatever we've asked. But as of right now, we see him as the number 6.
Jim, I guess the misconception a little bit is that between his position, he started the last 2 seasons at the number 6, so sure. I guess it wasn't for lack of trying. You tried to put him there last year.
No, I mean, it's a lot of different variables that go into it, though. You have to take all the context of the players that were around him, the changes that have happened now, his skill set, what we needed at that time in the season. If you even go back to when I first took over as the interim coach, I thought we were leaking too many goals. I think we played with 2 holding guys. We moved Michael LaHood in there just to shore up some protection in there, and then now Mo was back. Now we're talking 2 years ago, so again we are going back. But he's versatile. Again, he's a very good soccer player, and he's been a soldier for the club. But the goal is to have him start in the number 6 and the pieces around him to be better than they've been in the past to get a fair assessment of it. We'll see it all during the preseason, and it's something I'm confident in. I think the pieces we've added will shore some things up, get him the ball in the spots, and play to his skill set, which is to break plays up, win the ball, and move it on to the next guy.
I guess with Mo in midfield, that means Richie and Josh are going to be 2 guys that are probably going to play some together. What have you seen in the growing of relationships between them and also with Anderson?
For sure. Anderson has kind of separated himself as a guy who can really pass out of the back. We'll have to continue to build on that, but he has some really great starting points in terms of starting the attack with that left foot of his. He plays through the lines very well to Nogueira, eventually Mo, and also Barnetta in the middle of the field. Richie Marquez is the guy who is shocked a lot of people. Those players like him are kind of it's like finding gold, because they are very friendly on the salary cap. They kind of come from nowhere, overachieve, and not only just do okay in the league, but can compete and cover the best strikers in the league. So very happy with where he's at. And Yaro today, I thought, showed he was getting comfortable as well. It was his best day in terms of reading things, breaking things up, and showing that he can pass out of the back as well. So his speed and athleticism will hold up in MLS. There's no doubt about that. The question will be, just getting used to the forwards and the different guys each week who you have to deal with. It's not an easy thing for any young player, but again, he has some really good starting points.
How important is it to finally have, I guess, that stability of guys, you know are going to be there in goal?
Yeah.
How important is it for Andre and John to push each other?
It's huge for Andre to have the peace of mind to know that he's going to be the guy. I think that has made him more comfortable in terms of knowing where he stands with the group, with his teammates. You can see it on the field. He's confident. He's made some big saves in training. He's capable of making the save that wins you a game and keeps a 0. And we have to get back to getting shutouts, and it starts with Andre in the back and his communication. But I think it's a big first step is him just knowing that he is the guy, and he has that right now.
What have you seen in his progression since he's been here, and has he taken that next step, I guess, going into this year?
Yeah, I mean, time will tell. He still has a minimal amount of MLS starts, so that's something. I think he gained confidence with Jamaica and the time he's played in some big games there, some elimination type games. So, it's still. Listen, I'm not guaranteeing that he's going to be, the best goalie in MLS this year, but he certainly has shown that he is more than capable of being talked about in that regard. But it's just going to have to be doing it game in, game out. He needs that consistency, and he needs to run the games because it's still an unknown until you put together the 34-game season. So that's what we're shooting for with Andre, staying healthy, and his ability speaks for itself.
Jim, what do you need to see from Vince this year?
Yeah, I think again, Vincent falls into the category of if we do a little better job putting talented players around him in midfield. He's a guy that can be that connector, that link from the back to the forwards. He's a guy who can play the diagonal ball. So we need to get him on the ball more with a little more time and space than we have. I think we've sometimes tended to force things into him when he had 2 and 3 guys dealing up his back. So he's no secret now. Teams are aware of him, so they'll try to have someone run at him at all times, be really physical with him. I still don't think he gets a lot of calls from the referees in our league, but that's an adjustment period, and I think now going into his 3rd season, he's more familiar with the refereeing, with the other players in the league, and hopefully we can do a better job getting him on the ball with a little more time and space. And just by being a little more aggressive with our outside backs, you'll see hopefully Vincent will get more time on the ball.
Jim, it seems like with the draft and everything, you had more of an emphasis to get more athletic. Do you see that?
Yeah, it's an athletic league. I think the game all over the world right now is becoming, if you can't run, you're in trouble. So we did make it a point of our draft to target guys that not only were athletic and fast, but also had soccer brains, good high soccer IQs. They see things early, and that also adds to them getting to balls maybe a little quicker because they do think quickly. So it's a little bit of a combination. Not only are they athletic, but they also read the game quickly and have a good head on their shoulders, I would say. But the game is certainly, our league in particular, the one thing every foreign player that comes here, they say it is fast. It's a lot of collisions, a lot of aggressive young players, and sometimes too much, but hopefully we can be a team that keeps that under wraps and is able to run and press teams in the right way. But it does start with being able to have those athletic tools.
Jim, with Chaco being traded away, there also is 15 assists also being gone.
Yeah.
Who should we expect to step up?
Yeah,
to
no.
cover that much offensive production?
No, Chaco's a special player. Chaco has a great left foot. I can't say enough to what he did for the club. We had a good relationship. We just, with the new way we wanted to play, some tough decisions had to be made. Yeah, we do recognize we lost a lot of assists on paper. Guys will have to step up. I believe Tranquilo, as he got more and more comfortable last year, is a guy that can play in that number 10 spot and then set up and get goals himself. Can probably get in the box a little better and shoot from outside the box a little more. And also I believe Chris Pontius can come in and can contribute some assists there as well. So it'll be kind of a by community. Everyone will have to chip in because it was a big number from Chaco last year. But at the same time, we lost more than we won in the regular season too. So there are other variables that come into it. You know, it's my job to put the right guys on the field, and hopefully we can. Getting goals hasn't always been the problem. It's the conceding them. So we have to get that part down.
Jim, compared to the last couple Januaries, this has been a little bit quiet on the transfer front for you guys. Where do you guys feel that you are in terms of bringing guys in? How close are you to being done? And do you feel like the starting 11 is already here in camp, or is there someone that's still out there, not yet with the union, who might make an impact on that?
Yeah, we're always looking. You know, we're actively pursuing different players. We'll see what happens. You know, again, every team right now is trying to improve the roster. You know, you're happy with your starting points, but you always have to be looking to upgrade. You know, it's a team that I believe can be a playoff team. That is our goal. We have to get in the playoffs. That's the goal that we've set for ourselves. We've done well in the Open Cup. We all know that. But at the same time, it hasn't been consistent in the regular season. And that's something we're looking for, just to be able to do it over the 34 games. You know, sometimes the depth helps in that. So when we look down the bench, we have guys that are, you know, capable of coming in and doing the job off the bench. So, you know, it's always looking to add to the roster, that's for sure.
Do you see yourselves as having a complete, I mean, if you have to pick the starting 11 from the guys that are in camp now, is that adequate?
Yeah, I would be happy, but we're not a complete roster right now. That's the best way I could probably put that. We still have a couple roster spots open, and some places we'll look to add.